Sade, I know overnight sensations don't really happen in the music business, but you did seem to kind of arrive almost out of nowhere. What did you do before?
Well, the band's been together for about 2.5 years, and it wasn't really overnight at all. I mean, actually been playing concerts around the country in small clubs for at least 2.5 years. So for us, it didn't seem like that. When you're waiting for something to happen and it suddenly happens, you're just pleased it happens. You're not sort of shocked.
Cable to show. What's the whole of your name again? I'm not going to bring it up.
Helen, it's Helen, the first one.
What is it?
Helen is my first name, and then Sade.
Sade.
Yeah.
I never knew that until I saw it in Smash Hits Letters column or something, wherever it was.
Is it true she's Spanish in that one?
Yes, that's the one. That's the one. Hang on a minute. Sorry, Peter. I want to rephrase that question. Okay.
We go. 5, 3.
Can we start with a bit of history, Sade? Well,
Yeah.
It's not that long ago. What did you do before you were a singer?
I made clothes, men's clothes, and for 3 years I went to an art college and did fashion, a college called St Martin's in London, and then for a year I made actually soul clothes, and that's when I started singing. So I had to make a choice between doing the two because I didn't have enough time to run both things.
So how did the singing thing start then?
I was just asked to do some backing vocals in a band called Pride, which is a funk band, and that's how I started. And then from within that band, we carried on doing a smaller set, which was softer, it's more soul and jazz. I mean, basically the set we're doing now, the Sade set.
You took over?
No, it wasn't like that at all. We were running the two things at the same time. There were two female vocalists, myself and another girl who was intending to make a set-up of her own as well. And we were going to run 3 groups at once, so that everybody had a chance to so the many facets of Pride could come out, basically. And that's what we were doing. I mean, we intended still Pride should get signed, but the record companies weren't really, and generally people weren't as interested in that. They didn't pick up, they didn't understand what we were trying to do. So we held on as long as we could, and eventually the little set got signed.
Right. The Sade set.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was an incredibly strong image that obviously record people would go after, because you're very striking looking and you wore all black and it was very slinky and everything. I mean, how...
Flew on.
I know.
I'm branching out.
I mean, how calculated was that?
Well, I mean, the image wasn't calculated simply because that's the way I dress, basically, you know. I mean, when I'm paying attention to the way I dress, that's the way I dress. For instance, if I go out, that is how I look. But, so it wasn't sort of like a big master plan. We didn't all sit down and think. Somebody asked me, actually, a little while ago, who thought of putting my hair back and putting in a Spanish look. And I couldn't understand why anybody should think even that I have an image, because that is the way I look. You know, it's the way I have been for some time.
So you write your own material, don't you, as well as performing, or do you co-write with?
I co-write them with the saxophone player. I write all the lyrics and the tunes that I sing, and then arranged by myself and Stuart Matthewman, the sax player.
Is that something you just started doing? Because I can understand how if you were maybe doing one thing before, like designing clothes, and you could sort of sing a bit, and then you went into singing.
And stuck at that, yeah. It was out of... I suppose we just started taking what we're doing more seriously. I mean, when we first started the small set, I mean, nobody really cared too much. It was just an exercise, really. It was just sort of fairly self-indulgent, I suppose, and we didn't take it at all seriously, and we were just doing cover songs. But because people were actually coming to see us and people actually were interested in what we were doing, we started paying more attention to it ourselves and writing our own material. It was almost out of necessity that we started doing our own material.
Sorry.
Well, it just wasn't that hard. I think that there wasn't too much pressure on us because we had Pride. So it wasn't as if it was the only thing in the world that we had. And Pride was, at that time, the most important thing. So I think because there wasn't too much pressure on us, it made it easier for us to do it, you know.
Right. So until you have an LP out, I mean, all that most people will have heard of you is a single or 2 singles. I mean, how much variety is there? I mean, do you do a wide range of stuff, or is it? Oh no, that sounds awful. But you know what I mean. All people will know is
some heavy metal numbers.
Yes. No, all most people know is Your Love Is King.
Yeah, true. And because I don't know how many people have actually heard the 12-inch, but there are 3 tracks on the 12-inch of the first single, and the same as the second. So if people have bought both 12 inches, they've heard 6 tracks of ours. So that's a fair few, really. Mm. But it's mainly, it goes between, I mean, it's all pretty much soul, and it all has a fairly sort of gentle sort of jazz feel. It's not jazz by any means. I mean, I could only sort of describe it really as soul with a jazz feel. But we don't do any really hard up-tempo dance numbers particularly, although some numbers are faster than Your Love Is King. Some numbers are much more ballady and jazzy, I suppose.
You seem quite, I mean, meeting you and sitting talking to you, I mean, you seem quite a nice, normal girl.
Well adjusted.
No.
You don't live with me.
This is true, but you don't seem too distant and terrifying a love goddess or whatever. So when you come to sing something like Your Love Is King, which has got a fairly sort of, a sexual lyric or anything, do you feel any embarrassment about it? Do you have to sort of become another person? Or...
Excuse me. I think... I don't feel embarrassed about any of the lyrics. I suppose that's because at the time when I write them, I take care and I mean them. So I don't turn around and feel embarrassed about what I mean. There's no reason to, But I don't really have to act too much. In fact, I don't like to, because I find it embarrassing watching people who overact. If anything, I understate, and maybe that's sort of a shortcoming in a way. Maybe I should put a little bit more, but through fear of not wanting to overstate myself, I think sometimes I understate, when I'm presenting a song. But, it's a safer way for me anyway.
It works. I remember hearing somebody talk about Marilyn Monroe and saying that she was like Norma Jean and she would put on Marilyn to go out. You know what I mean? What does it take to put on Sade?
A lot of hair gel, a lot of mohair. No, well, I mean, Norma Jean's different. I mean, she was an actress, and I'm a singer, and that was, I don't know how many years ago. It's now 1984, and you don't have to be like that, and you don't have to play the game and be that sort of stereotype girl.
Oh, but I suspect that you don't do the washing up looking like that, though.
I know, but I take care over my appearance. Obviously, I mean, there are times when I suppose I look pretty gruesome, but at home, and I probably wouldn't want to be seen like that. But I don't think because I'm a singer, I don't make any more effort than I do as a person who cares about what I look like, basically. So.
But you do put the plait in and everything. I just mentioned out of sheer interest, like what do you do?
Yeah, but this has been going on. I mean, this plait's been going on for about 3 years. I mean, that was, I started wearing the plait long before I became a singer. So, I mean, like I said earlier, it's fairly irrelevant. That nothing's really changed an awful lot as far as my appearance is concerned.
So, okay, let's talk about work. You're going to be playing in front of royalty before long.
Yeah, well, the Albert Hall, we're doing a charity festival. We're just doing a short set, and Charles and Di are coming along, which is very nice of them. We appreciate that.
Will it make you nervous?
No, I don't think. No, I mean, 2 people don't make any difference. We're playing in front of a lot of people.
Yeah, it focuses more attention on the event, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but not their physical presence. I mean, their physical presence won't frighten me. I mean, maybe the physical presence of however many thousand people the Albert Hall holds will be a bit daunting, but, I mean, Charles and Di, they're all right.
I'm sure
like I said, it's nice of them to come along. Imagination.
It's very difficult to curtsy in ski pants, of course.
Yeah. Is that what you have to do? Do you have to curtsy? I don't know yet.
Perhaps you find out before you meet them. So, very quickly, when is there going to be an LP and things like that?
There's an album coming out in July. We finished it now, just at the beginning of July. And the new single's out now in London, well, in England. I hope it's going out outside London anyway. Yeah.
So, will that feel like the start of something? I mean, like
I think so.
LP.
Yeah, far more. I think far more so because a lot of people have said to me, have you celebrated? Well, we haven't got anything to celebrate yet because we're only just starting, and you know, I feel that we've got a long way to go and we can get better. So this is just the start.
What a great line to finish on.
Mm.
It's beautiful. Thank you. It's
Okay.
great.